Hey there, this is Denise with Modern Priscilla Tarot. If you are waiting to see this video, I apologize. I am 13 minutes late. I have been struggling with the new technology. I have a new webcam. I'm going to be able to use both of my hands now. Yay. And I am on an arm here. It's kind of wobbly sometimes. I'm working on it. And I'm trying to get my hands wrapped around how to work StreamYard. So I do apologize. I'll get better. Today, this is a quick peek at the Viceversa Tarot. I'm not going to butcher the name, so you'll see that scrolling along the bottom. We're going to take a look at all the cards. I'm going to show you both the front and the back. As implied in the name, the fronts and backs are different, and you can see the other side of each of the cards. Now, the book that comes with it has full color pictures, and it tells you about both sides. So it does have full explanations plus pictures, and in the introduction, it does explain a little bit about what the point is of the deck. It's very similar to reversals, except it's not necessarily the opposite, every time. It's like as it says here, on the one hand, but on the other hand. So it's about considering, different aspects, the two different sides, that kind of a thing. So it makes it a little different in my mind, at least, as to reversals. So let's take a look, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip through the cards and show you both the front and the back. Let's get this in the right place here. All right, so let's go. Here's the Fool. Obviously the cards are going to be the back side, so you can tell, clearly this is the back of the Magician. But in these cards, there's lots of little details. So again, it's not just simply the opposite. Little details that you might not have thought. See, look here. There's a skull in the water. Things like that really would change the meaning. Especially if you're more of an intuitive reader. The pictures are going to bring up a lot more for you to pick up on, to apply. See, look, a baby with a key and an apple. And you would never have seen that on the back side. So again, it's more than just the opposite. I think it's really cool. I'm really loving it. I don't know why I've kind of resisted this deck. I've had it for a while, and I'm not real big on using reversals. So when I picked it up, I was kind of like, it's just a deck full of reversals. But the more I've been working with it, the more fascinating I find it. So kind of kicking myself for not playing with it earlier, but it is what it is. Hanged Man. Look at that. People were watching him. Very cool. Now, clearly, some of them are just easy to spot because it's the back side, but some of them have a whole different, like, look at the tower. Now it's different sky. Here you've got these Sphinx people here. The mask. It's very cool. See, look, a flower. See what I mean? There's just lots of little details. I don't mean to point out every little thing that you can obviously see for yourself, but I just am fascinated with this. Even the aces. I mean, think, how can you hand a new opportunity in a different look? Well, look at on the other side. Just really cool. Then obviously you can tell the difference by just using your common sense. But if you were ever in a situation where you're thinking, oh, I can't tell, the numbers are set up so that the front side is on the left and the back side, or excuse me, it's on the right, and on the back side it's on the left. If you were more of an intuitive reader, this may not apply so much, but it does kind of give you a starting point as you're learning them too. I'm real pleased with these, and like I said, I'm kind of kicking myself. Pretty cool. Now, I got these as a gift a couple years ago. My mother is a tarot reader, and she's also a tarot deck addict. So she has many, 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 as many as she has. She doesn't like to part with them, but every now and then she'll part with some. And she gave me this, and like I said, when I kind of missed the point and just thought it was a bunch of reversals, I resisted, but very cool. I'll have to call my mom. See, look at that, the Three of Swords. Look at the back. Look at that. There's a flower. And this guy, that dude's there. Very cool. You could get a lot of new information. I keep repeating myself, but just am so fascinated. I feel like every time I look at these, I find a little something new to kind of take my attention, which again, that's going to be great for readings because, you know, the same card can pop up for two different readings, two different people, but it means something completely different depending on the reading. So I just feel like this has so many tidbits, and I just really can't wait to do some readings with this. Apologize for the lighting. Again, I'm newbie. Okay, look at this one. The Two of Cups. Look at that. That makes sense. Looks like pretty familiar. How can you do that backwards? Because, boy, it's just two people. Oh, that's how you do it. Dark, guiding star. Very cool. Some subtle differences, some not so subtle. See, like this one, I was confused. I was like, which one's the front, which one's the back? Because they both follow the imagery of the Rider-Waite. However, a couple giveaways. I mean, that flower behind him shows some similar cards we've been looking at. But you know, in the Rider-Waite, he's walking away too, and I don't know, actually. Well, anyway, I'm confusing them now because I'm doing a flip through, but you get my point. There it is. That's what I was thinking of. I don't know why it's a completely different card, but again, I'm getting ahead of myself. This is my first live stream, so that's very exciting. But as you can see, I'm still working out some kinks, but it'll get better. It'll get better. See, like this one. I mean, he's looking out. That's in line with the traditional imagery, but he's got his back to you. But that's the front of the card because here's the other side. Now, if you weren't paying attention or thinking about it, you could think that either one was correct because, you know, even though it's in line with the Rider-Waite meanings and images, every deck has its own little spin. So I found for that card it was kind of a good thing. All right, we're getting to the end here. And here's another one, like the Eight of Wands. You know, they're all flying forward, speedy, all that. How do you make wands look different? They should look the same on each side. Well, how about if it's dark? How about it's nighttime with lightning? And there's this Pegasus horse there. Definitely gives you some new meaning. Oh, this one's kind of funny. The throne has a bunch of vines and things growing on it. And when you turn it over, I thought it was snakes. It's not. Okay. Again, sorry about that light in there. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you are interested in purchasing the deck, I would suggest searching on Amazon. As I said, I got it a few years ago. So I'm not sure if you'd be able to find it or if it would be difficult to find, but I think you could probably take a look. Well, anyway, thanks for joining me on my first live. This was sort of like a trial run. So I thank you, and I hope you'll be back on July 1st. I'm going to start my live show. So I hope to see you then. Thanks for joining.